Well, first, I'd like to welcome everyone to the Sequoia Lodge and thank you for your support of the Friends of the Sierra Nevada Field Campus. As you know, it's a really remarkable place and it has a very colorful history that's tied to the history of San Francisco itself. In the late 40s, the Forest Service was interested in developing tourism in the Lakes Basin region. There were no campsites or anything at the time. And the head of the Forest Service was interested in one of the participants in developing the Commonwealth Club in San Francisco. And another person was J. Paul Leonard, who was president of San Francisco State University. And the two of them came up here and rode horseback around for a weekend. And the Forest Service fellow said to Leonard, go ahead and choose a spot and you can have it. Well, at that time, there was money for departments of recreation in cities and towns all over California. I think it was $250 per child to send them to summer camp. And J. Paul Leonard was a canny administrator who realized this would be an opportunity to build a recreation camp, summer camp for kids. He got $52,000 from Walter Haas Sr., who was also trying to help development of the Commonwealth Club. And he came up with some graduate students and faculty member Vic York in the recreation department, and they built the buildings that we have now, and they built a ski lift, a rope tow up just north of where the camp is, and so on. And they, for many years then, brought young people up, and they were counseled by the graduate students in the recreation department. And there was a swimming pool and so on. But by the time I arrived at San Francisco State in 1975, the interest on the part of the recreation department had waned a lot. And they wanted to terminate the use of the field campus. But by that time, many faculty members from science and biology and geology especially had for many years actually been using the field campus as a stopover spot for their field classes. And they appealed to me to hang on to the field campus and convert it into a science facility. My own background is in geology and oceanography, and I have always been a field-going person in both geology and oceanography. My wife is a zoologist, and she also spent a lot of time in the field. And I really believe in the value of field campuses because there's, especially for students like our students at an urban campus, getting them out into the real world, the natural world, is extremely important because it's very different, of course, than it is living in a city. And so I was happy to get involved in the resuscitation, if you like, of the field campus. And I'd only been on the job for about a month, and I was already up in Sierra County and visiting the field campus, and saw the potential immediately that the field campus held. So we began at that time in 1975 to bring the field campus back online. And the reason for this, as I say, especially dealing with students who are living in an urban environment. At San Francisco State, we have students that come over to the university from downtown San Francisco, and that's as far away from home as they've ever been in their life sometimes. So getting people out into the real world, if you want to study the biology, the ecology, biological ecology of a region, you have to go to the region and experience the environment. You can't just read about it in a book. There's a popular idea that was touted in Science Magazine and other places that called for virtual field trips. And I thought that was pretty funny because the term virtual field trip is an oxymoron. The whole point of going to the field is to experience it firsthand, to see the scale of things, to see the rocks, to see the environment, the biological environment, the ecological setting for places. And you can't experience that looking at a computer screen in a laboratory at San Francisco State University. You have to get out here. I live in Sierra County, not very far from the field campus. I retired up here because it's such a special part of the world. And so we all love the area. We love the field campus. And we really appreciate your support for our continued development. The first item on the agenda is getting a new bridge. And Jim Steele commented about the last bridge the last time we did that. We had a wooden bridge which fell down in a flood over the winter, and Jim and I, with some help from local people, had to tear down the old bridge, and then I was able to find a new bridge, which was a flat car from a railroad down in Sacramento, and just getting it up there was a challenge because the truck that brought the new bridge in couldn't make the turn in Downeyville, or you have to make a sharp turn to get onto the bridge over the Downey River. And so they had to come around by Truckee and come in that way and so on. It was an interesting operation. But today, the field campus, as you know, has grown beyond just scientific interest. And the several directors recently have expanded the focus of the field campus to include art and literature and history and many other fields. And those are wonderfully important to the local citizens of Sierra County. I live here now and I know a lot of these people, and I know from their own comments how much they appreciate this and the welcome they get at the field campus when they visit and take advantage of many of the offerings beyond the sciences in art, literature, history, in addition to what we do now at the field campus in astronomy and geology and biology. It's a wonderful place. There's no place quite like it. There are a few other field campuses in the Sierra, but none of them have the breadth and diversity of offerings that we have at the Sierra Nevada Field Campus. So let's keep it going and try to get that bridge so that we can have full access to the whole campus going on through the future. So again, thank you for coming. Thank you for your support, your continued support of Sierra Nevada Field Campus.
Thank you so much, Jim. That's just beautifully said, and I couldn't thank you more.